GCDs, Lima Obibia Aquawa, Hadia, latest and hot news, Qua Eramede, Bravo. Anuti, so we don't subscribe, Omodian say over subscribe to the channel. The way I say over click the subscribe button. Now, what barely notification. Where the new video be uploaded when the first person out of a video. I think we are now one like video, give us a thumbs up. Now, share my offer for us now when you be here now who and summer echosu. Ewo Ghana memoir. Afriyie bura eye sema abeto ye kunsu. Niti eye sa story ya ababutuga. Niti sansi.
If President Akufo Addo calls you today, in the dying days of his government, to say, look, Kwame, Mapim, come and give me some advice to turn things around, the magic wand at this time, would you go? Akufo Addo is looking for advice. You say that he called me for something else. You advise they take it out. He won't look for advice. Akufo Addo, BD2, Gabi, Ken Ofori Atta, all these people there come to look for advice from me. I will even think that maybe they want to, they have some plot to be. I get me advice from me. Now go for you to know for. Kwame, what are you saying? Please. Say Akufo Addo calls me that he has not seen me in a lot, so fine. But how can I advise Akufo Addo? He won't take your advice if you give him one. If Akufo Addo took advice, will his government be what it is today? The day Charlotte Osei called Akufo Addo and said he had won the election, he met the media in his house and he accepted the verdict and thanked everybody. I was standing by him. We walked from there into his office in the house. It was just me and him. He held my hand. We walked to his office. The media was there. And when we entered his office, I said something to him. Nana, we are going to teach these guys how to run a country. I was so optimistic that we are going to do something. Under Akufo Addo, we have spent $15 million feeding people in 2 days, in 2 weeks. The All African Games. All African Games. How many people were fed? Let's say there were 500 people who were fed All African Games. There were 500 people. Do the maths. One person ate more than 200,000. One person ate more than 7,000. They do the maths. Did they use Froda water to cook the food? Or they were fed tigers under Akufo Addo? And I, in a song against the NDC and John Mahama, said, when you could see Brazil and you may be prices, the Kunone Kube or Moye no times 6, Nipa Bakope to me boo or mine like this. Abembe boom. And then after I say this, I come back and tell people that after chopping $15 million in 2 weeks, it's normal. There is God, though. Michael Blankson, the comedian, has been hit. He's been on Twitter or X. He's not happy that the domestic debt exchange hit him. In fact, he had bought Eurobonds to cater for the school that he built, the free school, something that you're also planning to do. And he says that he doesn't understand. He's now more disappointed than ever. Is he justified? Everybody in this country must commend Michael Blankson. I think that even politicians must meet up with Michael Blankson. There should be a call by influential people, everybody, on the government to just give Michael Blankson his money because he loves this country. Look, you see that even in all his postings, you can tell that he still loves the country. Right. He says this is not about destroying my country, but it's about the individuals. He loves this country. He did this out of anger. And if anybody loves this country, they will understand the damage that this is doing. Foreign direct investment will be affected and all of that. And he said, you can come to Ghana, come and chill. It's a nice place, nice people. But when you are going to invest, you have to think twice. People put their money, people gave their money to government. They gave it out as loans to government. In this world, every economist will tell you that the safest place to invest is with government, except Ghana. Ghana is the only one that can rewrite economic books. Ghana is the only country where economic books can be rewritten.
We have our own theories.
How can you invest with government and be scared? And the sad part is that Parkway Sindum's bank was collapsed because, according to government, people invested with him and he couldn't pay them. Let's make it simple for everybody to understand.
Right.
Kofi Anan's bank was collapsed because people invested and the depositors were going to lose their money. All these banks were collapsed.
Heritage Bank.
Heritage Bank cried. Heritage Bank cried. They just collapsed it. They said Agongo's bank there. They just decided to collapse it. Now, after collapsing all these banks, government took people's money, and government can't also pay. So apart from collapsing the government and setting up a new government, what else do you want to do? People couldn't pay depositors, or you felt that the banks were going to collapse and people were going to lose their money, so you collapsed the banks. And then you as government took people's money and you can't pay and say we want to break which 8? Break what? You have to break the government.
A plus.
Bro, apart from you and even you, after collapsing the banks, which owed about 9 billion, you spent 25 billion in this whole restructure nonsense. Created a vehicle or a bank called CBG or whatever, which is struggling.
Right.
And came back and told us that we should help you to break the 8. Why didn't you help the banks that were collapsing with 9 billion? Why didn't you help them? You want help. You can't pay Michael Blankson dems, but you want us to help you to break the 8. Why didn't you help Kofi Annan also to break the 9 billion? And Parkway Sindum, why didn't you help them? They couldn't pay. You too, you can't pay.
So they should also
Chief
go.
Justice was seen standing outside crying, literally crying. Chief Justice, you can't pay here. You want to break what? I'll be very happy. As for Dr. Bawumia, I've said it over and over. He's my friend. I like him. I'll be very happy to see him succeed, which is normal of any reasonable human being.
Right.
But I cannot see myself to be part of that process that leads to his success, because I have committed myself to other stuff. I have said stuff that I will not go back on.
Right.
That a lot of people listen to me. They believe what I say. Right-thinking people support me, and I can't disappoint them.
The young people of this country, we are wrapping up now. The young people of this country believe that you have brought a fresh breath of air onto the political landscape, and they are saddened now at Asamoah Gyan's pull and push. He entered. He also brought a new lease of life, and then suddenly he says, I'm no longer interested. And they are asking the questions whether or not they should trust the likes of you, Asamoah Gyan, and all of you who are leaving the arts or sports to show your face on the political landscape. They want to put their weight behind you, and then suddenly some of them say we are chickening out. Should they trust you?
I think that you can be influential, you can have money, you can have whatever, but you also need management.
3FM.
If I were Asamoah Gyan's manager, we have done things differently. Asamoah Gyan is a footballer, great footballer, not only in Ghana but throughout the continent. And he didn't get the right advice. We have been there before, and we know what these people are. I think it's an experience that he should look at using to better his next move, his tomorrow. I politically, I'm not on the same level with Asamoah Gyan.
Okay.
I have done just too much. A lot of people trust me. They know that since 1998, when I've made my first song, nothing about Kwame Aplus has changed. You can go and say whoever gave Aplus money, whatever gave Aplus money, it has always been about this is right, this is not right. Every politician is my friend. The National Security Minister is my uncle. The Agric Minister is my friend. Everybody around Akufo Addo is my person. But I am a non-conformist. And when I eat food, it does not enter my brain. It goes into my stomach and it comes out.
And that's why some people say that, look, you, for example, go and do something with somebody in private and you come and say it publicly when you have a problem.
Give me one example.
Kwame Sefakai, for example, you spoke about Kojo Kyeremanteng.
The only thing I said about Sefakai is that we used to smoke together.
You said Kojo comes to watch what? Adult movies on a projector, brings his own pen drive. I mean, those are private issues. Why do you make them public?
Let me go into. I don't think Sefakai has. He's a big guy. He's my big brother, and he has to conduct himself as such, as a big brother. So I will give him the respect. It has to be commanded. It can't be demanded. If you are a big boy, you are a big boy in your house. Me too, I'm a big boy in my house. And what I do in my house, you can't do it. So don't see me as one of those small boys that you play with. Yes, if you have money, me too have money. Me, if you give me 900,000 Ghana, it will be point inside my account. It will be something 0.9. Unless if you are not hitting 1 million, forget it.
Okay. It will not count.
No, it won't count. It's point. It's a point in the cheap.
After the decimal.
Exactly. And so don't play with me like we're playing with one small boy. If you show me respect, I'll show you respect. And if you know that me and Johnny Hughes, this is what we do together. For instance, NPP, the issue they have with me is that I'm telling the goat owner that they have stolen the goat. I am telling the goat owner that they stole the goats, and they don't understand, because you and I went to steal a goat. We put the goat in your house that tomorrow we will come and pound fufu. I came to your house, you and your wife and your children, you have pound fufu. You have chopped it. You have eaten the you have eaten everything. Chop it. Give me small soup. You guys have insulted me. I left. I went. Then the next I hear you telling people, this guy, the way you can steal goats. I said, it is me and you who steal. Aponchiwura bet you. Aponchiwura Betty. So what you Johnny Hughes and myself, this is what we do. Don't go out there and A+. When you hear that they are talking about A+, you pass, you go.
Because you're also complicit.
Me and you, we do the same thing.
We're there.
And the Aponchiwura Betty. So it's not about when you do something with somebody, this whole country, there's nobody who holds more secret than me. Very few people. I've positioned myself in such a way that everybody will come and tell me. Didn't I go and tell the police who I suspect?
Right. Ahmed Swales.
I went and told them, but it's not my job. I don't get paid to investigate murder. So I can only give them information. It's not my job to go investigate.
Are you aiming at becoming the next PCRP of Ghana's parliament?
No, I'm not aiming at
everything you come and say.
No, I'm not aiming at becoming PCRP. I'm aiming at becoming myself. PCRP Ofori was a member of the NPP.
Right, but he used to say everything.
I don't think he was saying everything. I am going to parliament with a certain mindset as being the people's MP. I am the people's MP. I represent the people. So NDC and NPP can say everything that they want to say. I will come out there and tell people that, hey, me.
You come and say it.
MP Kwaku. Everything that will happen in parliament, I come out. Mumro media, every day I have media. And hey, almost say, that's my job.
For example, let's say A+ wins, becomes the member of parliament for the Goma Central people. Education, what is the master plan?
Even before I win the election, there are 20 people who are in the university right now that
you took them through.
That all of them have scholarship. Some had to pay 12,000 Ghana cedis for masters. There are 20 people. I can give you a list right now. Wow. It's not the usual politics that we do by just saying stuff. And it's not that I will give you scholarship when I win. As we speak now, there are 20 people that are in there that have scholarships. There are people that have assisted to get various scholarships that I've never met before. I don't know them. There are people that I've helped to get into various services in government, employed by government that I've not met before. I don't know them. I don't want to know them. All I know is, I met somebody who said, I'm the one that you put at this place. Really? I don't know them. I just want them to work. And so when I win the election, I'm not going to wait for government. I've constructed roads. Virgin roads through the forest
in Gomwa.
Through the forest from Gomwa Dahom to Gomwa German. I constructed a whole new road through the forest. to the next town. And the motivation was that I had to campaign from one town to the other.
Okay.
And then we went all the way around. We had to travel for about 40 to 45 minutes to get to the next town.
Right. You went round the bush.
Round the bush.
Instead of going through it.
So when we got there, the chief said, I want to support you, but I have a request. I said, what's your request? He said, if we're able to construct a road, he said, after election, I want you to construct a road from here to the next town. And I said, but we went, it's far. And he said, no, it's just around the corner.
Right.
I said, okay, can we walk to the next town? I said, oh yeah, it's about, if we walk, it's about 10 minutes walk.
Okay.
I said, okay.
So you drove for 45 minutes, but you could have walked for 10 minutes.
So I said, let's walk to the next town.
That means that you could have driven for maybe 3-4 minutes.
2 minutes. So I said, let's walk. So the chief and the unit committee, assemblyman joined me, and then we walked through the forest to the next town. When I got there, I told her that I will not wait to be voted into power. This one is a personal project I want to do. How long have you been living here? They said they've been living there for 329 years.
Wow.
I said, you have not been able to drive. There's not been a motorable road from here to here in the past 329 years. I want to leave my name here. This has nothing to do with the election. Whether I win the election or not, people will come and know that there's a man who came here to contest for election and connected these two towns. And what struck me when I was walking through the bush was the cocoa farms, the palm plantations, the coconut plantations. I said, how do you get these farm produce to the market? You have to carry it. You have to get, if you get tractors to go in there. I said, I'll put a road in here. As we speak, the road has been done. You have to see the kind of bridges that I have built on that road. The bridges that I built on that road are bigger than most of the bridges you see in our areas. The bridges that I've put 2 bridges on that road because there are huge streams crossing that place. I've put bridges up there. What is left is for us to do the filling.
Okay.
But for the fact that the operator, the guy who has the equipment, has issues with some of his equipment, this week we're going to do the filling, and cars we're going to travel there.
Has the local assembly seen that you're doing this?
Yes, they don't like it.
They don't like it?
Yes.
That you're doing that?
Yes, they don't like it.
Why?
Because they have to, it's a contract that government must give to somebody to make money. That is Ghana.
What's the name of the assembly? I'm interested. I'm interested in
Central.
I'm interested in some of these
things.
Yes,
Goma Central. They have not told me they don't like it, but I know that they don't like it.
Right.
You see?
By their posture.
You see, when I see people going about doing cleanup exercises, I just look at them, I say to myself, the assembly here hates you. You don't know. Because when I was coming today, one of the best, and I'm saying this, one of the best assemblies that I know in Ghana, in Greater Accra, is Ayawaso West Wogon.
Right.
Tema West Municipal Assembly.
You are watching Juicy News.
Committee 18, 19, 20.
Right.
They are doing their very best. The day that I saw that they had planted trees from Shalom Spots to Sakumono on the run.
Right.
Where the on the run used to be.
Just before the Spintex Road begins.
Yes.
Right.
They have planted trees. Look, it takes a lot for human beings to sleep and wake up and say, let's plant trees. Let's think about beautifying. And as part of your plan, you add trees. It means that you think different. Let's plant flowers.
Right.
People don't. You have to be enlightened. You have to be. You have to have a certain mindset to think like that. So when I saw that they had planted trees, I saw, no, anybody who is the MC here is a smart person. Today when I was coming here, I saw that they were clearing weeds under the trees, and I just said to myself that that's a contract. That's plenty money.
Right.
Even though they're doing, I'm happy that it's being done.
Right.
But if I got up one day and said, all the youth of Sakumono, Committee 18, 19, let's go and clear that. There's somebody in assembly who wanted to give it out.
Right, for a 15-10%
contract.
Who will not be happy with you.
And you went and just threw the money away. So this is the same thing I'm saying in my constituency.
Right.
Everything that I'm doing is something that the assembly will budget and they'll make huge money out of it. And so they won't be happy that you
But where does A+ get the money from to do all these things?
Anybody who is...
Why are you using your family resources to do these things?
No, I don't use my family resources. Johnny, the last time I had a campaign, I said something that people who are jealous were not happy about. But I'm one person who, I don't glorify poverty. And I said on that platform that I wear $75,000 Rolex. And I don't joke.
Right.
I don't glorify poverty. And I'm telling everybody who is listening or watching, don't glorify poverty. Poverty is not a good thing. I'm one of the largest distributor of steel and cement in this country.
Right.
I sell like the huge projects that are going on that I supply
them stuff.
Look, bro, let me say something on your show.
Go ahead.
My first daughter is in Carleton University in Canada. My second daughter is in association. My three kids are in England. They are British. Yeah, and like I'm sorted.
Right.
But you see, looking at where I came from to where I am today, that is the problem that I have. I saw how we struggled as kids. I saw what we went through. And so I want every kid to be okay. When I see my kids, I want another kid to be like them. I understand what it means to be hungry. I can draw poverty in 3D. I used to sleep in Slim Buster's studio. So I understand the kids who want to make music and what they're going through. And so I have a passion to help people. I want everybody to be okay.
What do you say to those who say this passion that's burning in you, as soon as you get to parliament? I mean, we've seen independent candidates get to parliament and then they are whipped into line because the current status quo is a duopoly, NDC, NPP. So you are independent, but really you have to do business with one side.
No, none of the sides have shown interest in my ambition.
None of them.
Yes.
But you have to sit with a side in parliament.
Sammy and Nkrumah was in parliament. Who was she sitting with? Johnny. Me, I'm a different human being. And I came into this life for a purpose. It will manifest. Everybody will see it. I'm a very different person. I think different. I will enter the Ghana's parliament. Nobody has shown interest in my ambition. None of them, not NDC or NPP. Even with NPP, they have shown clearly that they are against my ambition.
Because you are going to win against their candidates. That's what you have said.
And I'll punish them. There's nobody in the NPP who is more influential than me in that constituency. There's not a single person. Akufo Addo can come and put his face on the ballot. I'll beat him. There's nobody. You understand? So when I enter parliament, it is an action movie. I'm going there to represent.
It's going to be an action movie.
I'm going there to represent the people of Ghana. We are talking about a lot of people who have gone to parliament and they said this and they didn't say that. But there's not a single person in this country who has constructed a road, who has won election with development. They win election with promises. When I come, I will do this. I've not promised. The people of German and Dahom. The people of Dahom and German, if I come to parliament and I don't do anything in their town, I have already built the road.
Right.
I have 10,000 women. I have 1,000 women. I've told everybody that in that constituency, I'm going to ensure that poverty, we are fighting against poverty. I've selected 10,000 women. Next week, I'm establishing the A+ Development Fund. I will make sure that everybody has been given something not less than 1,000 Ghana cedis to start a business. 10,000 people. What I'm doing in the constituency is beyond anybody's imagination.
Even before you win.
Even before I win. As we speak, I've given the women of Gomoa Sebu money to work. I've given the women of Pomaze money to work. I've given the women of how do you call it, Nyekwaze money to work. I've given the women of Abasa money to work. I've given the women in Israel. I'm not saying some people are mentioning names, towns.
Right.
Johnny, if you take $1 million, that is about 16 million Ghana cedis.
Right.
You can give 30,000 women 500 Ghana cedis each, and you have change. We spent $4,500,000 on printing tags. I want people to understand that politicians are not the same, and that politicians are wicked. And before you ask your next question, when I become MP, I'm not going to be poor. I've never lied to anybody. I won't be a poor politician. No.
But in private life, you are not poor. So why would you get into politics?
So I'm not going there to be poor. I'm not going there that, I want to help the people. I don't care. No, I care about myself and my family and my friends and those who believe in me and the people. And because the king of Dubai or the royal families in UAE are not poor, I will not be poor. Wherever there is development or civilization, the leaders are rich, the countries are richer, and the people are okay.
Have you seen the voters register?
Yes.
Are you happy with it? The NDC is asking questions, forensic audit and all of that. You are an interested party as well. Have you seen it? Are you happy?
I'm like Azuma Nelson. I go into every contest with my referee.
And who is your referee?
It is the vigilance that we placed during the registration process and all of it. I don't know what they are talking about. I don't have an issue with the EC. I must be honest. There were people who were saying that, oh, when I go and register, and I submit my forms, I'll be disqualified, and so and so. I submitted my forms. The EC has stated clearly that they are even going to give you time if they find issues with your forms. Right. They're going to give you time to rectify it. Johnny, me, I'm a very strong guy. My opponents, when they put their forms there, I had information on their forms. Yeah, there is nobody. When they put their forms at EC, immediately they put it down. Before they left their houses, they were going. I knew everything that was on their phone. I knew all the mistakes. When they were leaving their homes to go and file, I knew the mistakes. You had people in their camps with Of course, man. I knew the mistakes. And the EC cannot tell me that when they came there, and when I went to submit my forms, I made it clear to them that this person came here with these forms. There were all these mistakes, and you help them. And the EC has done a very good job. They help, like they don't want to disqualify nobody. Right. They help them to rectify the mistakes. If there's something like you have not paid your taxes, the EC cannot help you. But if you wrote something, you made a mistake, of course, the EC will assist you to rectify it. I came with everything. I didn't have no mistake. It was well done. So I don't see how anybody can come and say the EC would disqualify or they'll go and find a way to. No, it's not possible. He accepted it and he said you can call yourself a candidate. I believe that my register in the constituency is credible. Right. I believe the EC has done a fantastic job. The NDC also have their own reasons why they are complaining, and I don't fault them. I think that they have their reasons. They can go ahead and fight. But in my constituency, my interest is in my constituency. We were part of the process, and we think that everything is okay.
Would A+ accept a ministerial position?
No.
Why wouldn't you?
You see, I just came here in a Denali. Before the Denali, I was driving a 7 Series.
Some people say you hide your wealth. Somebody is saying on social media now that you say you are rich, but you are hiding your wealth. If they look at you now, it looks like you're hiding the wealth.
I just told everybody that my daughter is in Association International School. Right. That is how rich I am. It's not that I live in Trasacco and I live. No. That is how rich I am. How is that hiding? Okay, you understand, and I don't want to be a minister. I want to live the way I want to please myself.
But if Ghana needs you in that department,
I will spend my time doing what I have done over the years. With the support of my friends and Trustline, we provided water to the people of Ablekuma, to the people of NIC, to the people of Insumfa, to Oduman. To Breman Osuoko, with the support of so many people across the country.
These are not your constituencies.
These are not. These are in Greater Accra and all these areas. We have done whole in heart surgeries for people. We have taken people for emergency health care. These are the things that I love to do and I continue doing. And Johnny, once I say on your show that I do not want to be a minister, this is Kwame Aplus. I can never change my mind. In 2016, I said on the stage at Trade Fair that Ghana must Ghana Membono Party BND 8-8. After every 8 years we have to change. I'll be very happy for Dr. Bawumia if he's able to break the 8. But I cannot come back and say, oh, I said this in 2016, but now I've come here to change my mind because no. What I've said is what I've said.
You're waiting for winning and Asamoah Gyan Yepuno so. Because GCD so and no. So we just subscribe subscribe to the channel. It's say latest and hot news in Kwa and I'm Premo. We are not like video nothing share my offer for us now. Will you be here? I will somewhere possible. I will gun them. Also with me at share what you fire and some way now I will comment box Mobati make a in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.